Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm George Richards. Welcome to another edition of the Florida Hockey Now Panthers postgame show. Florida Panthers had quite an evening, afternoon out in Denver. Pick up an 8-4 win over the Colorado Avalanche in a meeting between, two of the elite teams in the National Hockey League this season. Florida and Colorado right up there at the top of the league standings. Florida came into the game with 50 points. Colorado 53, which was just one back of Winnipeg for the NHL lead. So now Florida 52 points. They win in regulation. They are right there. They're tied in the Atlantic with the Boston Bruins. They're a point back for right now with Winnipeg. The New York Rangers and Boston can they play tonight. So it could be a short-lived thing, but the Panthers are right in the mix here. They've won 7 straight games. You've really got to look at what the Panthers are doing um, and be impressed. They are 3-0 on what we thought was an extremely tough road trip, which started in Arizona. They took care of the Coyotes, no worries, on Tuesday. They beat Vegas fairly easily, 4-1 on Thursday, and now tonight closer than it looked. It's 8-4. We called it another Denver rout at Florida Hockey Now. I was just having some fun with it being a Saturday and all. But this was a lot closer than the score would indicate. It was a 4-4 game, 3 minutes into the third. Florida gets 2 empty net goals. We'll go over the scoring here in a minute. Quickly, we'll go over it. I don't even trust my notes. I had to, make new notes to go over it. So, just a real interesting game by Florida. They obviously came to play. Florida has a 3-0 lead. 7:41 into the game. Carter Verhaeghe gets his first of 2. Sam Reinhart, we ought to mention, obviously, with a hat trick. Verhaeghe gets the first one, right off the bat. Then Reinhart deflects a Gus Forsling shot. It's 2-0 like that. Reinhart gets his second of the night on a breakaway goal. He makes it 3-0, like I said, at 3:41. Florida, like Goldie said on the broadcast, smelled blood in the water. They were going hard after Colorado goalie Ivan Prosvetov, not their usual goalie. They were going hard after him. He ends up getting pulled, but not until the second period. It's 3-0 after the first. Colorado comes to play in the second. They get 2 within the first minute. It's a 3-2 game. Paul Maurice calls timeout, trying to settle everything down. Colorado ties it at 4:35 on a power play. Florida finally gives up a power play goal. In the first period, I believe it was, Florida killed off a 4-minute power play from Colorado, which was huge. Obviously, Florida's penalty kill has just been absolutely terrific. But Colorado gets one at 4:35 of the second period to tie the score. Never fear, OEL is here. Oliver Ekman-Larsson with the point shot. He gives Florida back the lead. I believe my handwriting says 8:50. Could be 8:10, could be 8:20. 8:50 of the second period. That chases Prosvetov to the bench. Colorado, like I said, tied at 4. The Jonathan Drouin on a breakaway beats Nico Mikkola, beats Sergei Bobrovsky. It's 4-4. Brand new ball game, right? So, but Florida's able to get a 5-on-3, an extended 5-on-3. We had a 4-minute high stick on Evan Rodriguez. Evan Rodriguez and Sasha Barkov both played in this game. Barkov had a huge night. Rodriguez played well as well. He takes a 4-minute high sticking. Colorado also gets a delay a game during that double minor. So Florida gets the extended 5-on-3. Reinhart cashes in on the old Verhaeghe, Kachuk, tic-tac-toe. Reinhart in the slot gets the hat trick, gets Florida the lead for good. Florida never trailed in this game. It was tied a couple times, but Florida never trailed against the Colorado Avalanche. And, it's 5-4. 5:59 left into the third period. Kevin Stenlund gives the Panthers a lot of insurance with a great. He wins the faceoff, gets the puck to Ryan Lomberg, backhands it past Georgiev. It's 8:50 at 8:59 of the third. Real nice goal by Kevin Stenlin. That makes it 6-4 Florida. In the final few minutes, the Avs pull their goalie, and you get a goal from Tkachuk and a second goal for Carter Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe, thanks to, hello, John, how are you? Verhaeghe, thanks to the empty net action, gets another multi-point night. He before they pulled the goalie, Verhaeghe had the one goal. He ends up with 3 points. He ends up with 2 goals and an assist. The big ones, right? Reinhart, 3 goals. He has his 7th hat trick of his career. Sasha Barkov wearing the full shield due to getting popped in the chin. It looked like he also had some padding here. Big night for Barkey. 4 assists for the Florida Panthers captain. Tkachuk ends up with a 4-point night as well. Goal, the empty net. I believe he had an assist. He had an assist on one of the empty netters, so he gets 2 out of that as well. He ends up with a goal and 3 points. What else we got? Carter Verhaeghe, 2 goals and assist. Evan Rodriguez, 2 assists, and Gustav Forsling has 2 assists. So a nice night by the Panthers. Sergei Bobrovsky, I don't remember what the numbers were there, but he was, he gives up 4 goals. But I mean, come on, a couple of them were on breakaways. One, he slips on his inadvertently. He didn't mean to slip on a stick. He lost his stick on the second goal in the third. He lost his stick. And hey, Connecticut. All right. Enjoy that snow. It's 85. It's like we had a tropical storm here today, typical January weather here in South Florida, tropical storm. What was, oh yeah, Bobrovsky loses his stick, goes to play the puck without it as he's wont to do. Carter Verhaeghe, in trying to get him the stick back, slides it towards him. Bobrovsky thinks his stick's over here. He goes back to play it, steps on his own stick, flies back in the air, comedy act, empty net goal basically for the Avalanche. I believe it was originally credited to Ross Colton, but it was changed. But regardless, it was 3-2 at that point. But another strong outing for Sergei Bobrovsky, or solid outing for Sergei Bobrovsky. The stats won't say it, but I will. Sergei Bobrovsky was fine. 6 consecutive wins now for Sergei Bobrovsky. And I know I promised you this the other day, but I decided to hold off. It's going to be a Sunday special. John, come on. Yeah, come to South Florida. You're going to see them Devils. Tomorrow, the Sergei Bobrovsky story that I promised you the other night. I decided to hold it till Sunday. Got some really good stuff. So check out Florida Hockey Now. Today, tomorrow, next week, whenever. But tomorrow, the Sergei Bobrovsky story comes out. But good stuff from Bob, by the way. Like I said, I spoke with him at the Fort Lauderdale Iceplex before the team went on this road trip. A road trip, which we were talking about, 3-0 now. They finished the road trip Tuesday night in St. Louis. But George, it's Saturday. What are they going to do between now and Saturday? They are not leaving the state of Colorado. They're going to take some time off. They're going to a popular ski resort in the area. They will fly out of Eagle on Monday and fly to St. Louis and play the Blues on Tuesday. So a little team building thing for the Panthers. They'll probably be there tonight. I would guess they're bussing over. Reminds me of my older, my first. It was my first training camp with the Panthers. Was in Eagle, Colorado, in the Vail, Eagle, Colorado area. Jacques Martin and Mike Keenan and everybody. The owner, Alan Cohen. This had to be 2005, 2006. It might have been my second one. I don't remember. The Panthers had training camp in at the Eagle, the rink in Eagle. Alan Cohen, the owner of the team, had a beautiful house, in the ski resort area. He had a team dinner. I remember that. And we all just walked in. We're talking about millionaire hockey players, some of which quite good careers. Joe Nieuwendyk, Gary Roberts, the like. Robert, the Roberto Luongos and the Olli Jokinens weren't, rich back then. They, first contract, whatever. Just looking around at this place, we're like, oh man, this is nice. Now this is the way to live. But We had a great time that training camp in Colorado, and I'm sure the guys will have a good time now. And that was in September, early October. I remember me and Steve Gorton watched the Gator game. The Gators played Tennessee. So what's that? Late September. No snow on the ground, and then we did get like a blizzard. Um, right now it's peak ski season, so I'm sure the guys will have fun hanging out there, and well deserved. Again, 3-0 on this road trip, 7 straight wins for the Panthers. A road trip which concludes Tuesday night, 8 o'clock at the Enterprise Center in beautiful downtown St. Louis, Missouri. Um, That'll do it. Unless you guys have any comments, I'm going to wrap it up with. Don't forget to give us a follow here on the YouTube channel. As of this afternoon, we were only 4 subscriptions away with free subscriptions. Just sign up for it from 3,000, which is a nice little milestone. Little, I know it ain't. I'm not some famous YouTuber or nothing, but still, every milestone is significant. So give us a follow on here. Check out FloridaHockeynow.com. We have Colby did a real nice piece today on Matthew Tkachuk. Ben tells me the watch party was packed. I believe that was at Funky Buddha in Fort Lauderdale, Oakland Park. So yeah, glad to see that. I need to go to one of those one of these days. I just like to work from home. That way I can follow what's going on in case there's an emergency. But I think I'll check one of those out one of these days. Tell Colby to do the live gamer. The live gamer is up at Florida Hockey Now right now. Speaking of Colby, like I say, did a real nice story on Matthew Tkachuk today. That's an FHN exclusive to our subscribers. If you want to get $10 off subscription to FloridaHockeyNow.com, use George1010 at checkout, and you'll get $10 off an annual pass to support our work at Florida Hockey Now. We do appreciate all the follows. Tomorrow, again, we'll have the Sergei Bobrovsky story. We'll have Colby's take on today's game. And that's about it. Follow us here at Florida Hockey Now, the YouTube channel. You can follow us on Twitter at George Richards and at Colby D. Guy. And that'll do it here from beautiful Plantation, Florida. Appreciate you. We'll see you again on Tuesday for the post game when the Panthers try to extend their win streak to 8. For now, I'm George Richards. I thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. If I can hit the X. Happy trails.